This is a review of the BioBidet BBC70. It's a bidet attachment for two-piece toilets. Now, I wouldn't normally review something as embarrassing or personal as this, but given I was unable to find what appeared to be an unbiased review by someone who actually paid for the product, and given I rarely appear on camera in my videos, I figured, heck, why not? So against the advice of my better half, here goes. No pun intended.
Sure.
As always, please see the information section below if you'd like to jump to a specific point in the video, for example, installation or the final tally of unintended bathroom puns.
Oh, yeah.
This product was an impulse purchase I made during Home Depot's holiday sales. I've never used or owned a bidet and haven't had any experience using one until now. The thought of it was rather exotic, is that the right word?
No.
But in giving it some thought, coincidentally while sitting on the toilet looking through the holiday sale ads, I thought, why wouldn't I want to wash it instead of wipe it?
Huh.
Isn't that more sanitary?
Maybe?
Furthermore, the thought of using less toilet paper was enticing, given it's not only critical to saving the planet, but also would have been helpful when toilet paper was vanishing from the retail shelves due to the pandemic.
Come on.
And finally, no more texting the family when I forget to replenish my not-so-secret stash.
Oh, crab cakes.
Let's talk about the product and features. The BBC70, not to be confused with the British news channel,
Seriously?
uses cold water to get you clean. Honestly, the ambient water temperature, aka blast of cold water, doesn't bother me most days. The first time I used it, it was a bit jarring, but I think that had less to do with the water's temperature and more to do with a stream of water hitting me straight in the... As I was saying, the cold water isn't an issue, although there have been a few times I went a bit numb in the bum. It was just that cold. Given this is the most basic of basic privates polishers, it's easy to install, which I'll get more into in a moment, and requires no electrical outlet or batteries or hot water hookup. So if you're a newbie like I was, you're asking, well, why would you need an outlet or hot water hookup? Well, more sophisticated, aka expensive, bidet toilets, seats, and attachments have temperature controls, blow dryers, and even a second nozzle optimized for women.
Nice. All right.
Now, I'm not going to demonstrate how this works, but I'll tell you. This bidet seat uses water pressure adjusted here with the dial to extend this wand and clean your most personal of personal spots once you're done polluting the porcelain. To clean yourself, turn the dial, but not past 3 unless you're looking for a localized spanking.
Oh, what did he just say?
Since this model doesn't allow you to angle the sprayer like some models, you basically just wiggle around for a minute or 2, or 3 if it feels good, to get clean. Angle is important since if you're not careful, you can overspray the back of your shirt or your phone in the front.
Okay. Awkward.
Once you have the knack for it though, it's not an issue. Then you dry yourself off. Since there's no blow dryer, as I mentioned a moment ago, you'll need a little toilet paper, a thick book to read if you want to air dry, or some folks even recommend using a hand towel, which I just can't bring myself to do. Another YouTuber, whose link I'll include below, recommended having designated small brown towels. Genius. However, I'd only use a towel if there was soap involved in the washing process. If not, well, honey, let's burn the towels.
Not again.
Here's what comes in the package. Comes with the bidet attachment. Let me show you a close-up. It looks like a spaceship from Star Wars. There's the water pressure control valve, adjusters, bidet sprayer head, and a water connector. Also in the box are a 25.6-inch braided metal hose, a 7/8-inch metal T-valve connector with rubber cone washer, protective O-rings, white washers that look like rubber pads, seat bumpers, and a small roll of plumber's tape, which I didn't end up using, and of course instructions. Installation was simple enough, and this thing should fit on most round and elongated toilets. I installed it on an American Cadet 3 toilet with a Bemis slow close removable elongated toilet seat. If you're considering this model, just make sure you have a 2-piece toilet. Your seat holes are between 5.5 to 7.5 inches apart. You have access to the fill valve and water shutoff, and you have a flexible water supply hose to your toilet. If you have a rigid pipe that supplies water to the toilet tank, you'll need to switch it to a flexible hose with a 7/8 inch connector on one side to connect to the T-valve, and either a 3/8 of an inch or 1/2 inch connector on the other side, depending, to connect to the water supply. BioBidet supplies helpful videos online for installing this unit, and they can be accessed by scanning the QR code in the manual. Here's what I did. First, I cleaned the toilet. That wasn't in the manual, but I always recommend starting with a clean toilet. If you have a bolt-on toilet seat, just remove the bolts under the seat and lift it off. I have a Bemis slow close elongated removable toilet seat for easy cleaning, so my installation was a bit different and perhaps more complicated. So I lifted off the seat and then loosened the nut under the seat and removed the bolts and bushings from the holes just because they came out. This is what your toilet will look like without the seat. Then I turned off the water at the supply valve, flushed the toilet, and sponged out any remaining water in the tank just to be safe. Then disconnected the water hose under the tank with a drip pan underneath because there will be some water left over in the hose. Then prepared the T-valve by making sure the rubber washer was properly seated with the narrow side up. I then screwed on the T-valve by hand and hand tighten only. If you over tighten it, you can cross thread the connection and cause leaks. Of course, if you don't hand tighten enough, like I did the first time, it'll also leak when you turn the water back on. So put a bucket or towel underneath just in case. Then I attached the water supply hose to the bottom of the T-valve. Attached the included metal hose to the T-valve. And here's where most folks would just put the protective O-rings over the holes, center the bidet attachment over the seat's mounting holes, and then reattach the seat. But because of my special removable seat, I had to put the bushings back in first, then put on the protective O-rings and put the bolts back in. Most of you will have your seat back on at this point. And if you have a gap between the seat and the bidet attachment, you'll use the white rubber washers, which look like pads. I didn't need them, so I reattached the removable seat, then checked the gap. If there's a large gap between the seat and bowl, you'll want to use adhesive bumpers. My seat had a small enough gap that I really didn't need them. But given I like to sit on the closed toilet to cut my toenails, I checked to make sure it was secure. Then I connected the stainless supply hose to the underside of the bidet attachment. Checked my hand-tightened connections again. And finally turned back on the water. Slowly, with paper towels and a bucket nearby in case of leaks. You'll periodically want to check for leaks after installation. To see what my backside would be up against, I turned the thing on. Perhaps don't try this at home. Whoa. All right. Regarding cleaning, there's a lot going on around the toilet and under the lid with this attachment. Sanitizing and disinfecting, for example, under here, is a serious challenge, if not impossible. The manual says not to use harsh cleaning chemicals, for example bleach, and recommends using a damp cloth.
Okay.
Right. We all know a damp cloth isn't going to disinfect or sanitize, which is why the attachment is made with a higher grade fire retardant AMS resin, and the manufacturer recommends sanitizing and disinfecting it with the BioBidet steam cleaner.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the steam cleaner costs as much as the bidet attachment. Oh. That's a gotcha. Honestly, you can use any handheld steam cleaner. To clean the detachable spray nozzle, simply pull it out and clean with a steamer or a soft brush or cloth. Then make sure the O-ring is properly seated before sliding it back in. A few random things worth noting. After use, there will be some water left in random places around the toilet seat. They eventually dry. Also, if you don't use the bidet for an extended period of time, it's recommended you turn off the water supply, which is rather high maintenance, but heaven forbid something leaked while you were away. And lastly, it comes with a 1-year warranty, but I've never had to deal with customer service, so I can't speak to that. It is based in Crystal Lake, Illinois, though. Illinois is the home of the bidet. Who knew? So I guess you'd probably like to know whether I enjoy using the bidet over toilet paper. Yeah, it's okay. Once I got over the initial shock of being spanked by cold water, I'm good with it. In fact, I'd consider getting the BioBidet Slim Edge, which has a dual nozzle sprayer for the ladies. But honestly, I'm the only family member who's sold on it. Ironically, I'm also the person who uses the least toilet paper. It's a guy thing. To wrap up, this bidet attachment was easy to install, it's easy to use, it'll reduce toilet paper usage, and provide a cleaner and healthier lifestyle, I think. It's a great inexpensive starter bidet for folks who don't want to replace their entire toilet and are unsure if washing over wiping is right for them. You'll need to weigh the pros and cons for yourself to figure out if it's right for you and your family though. And I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please do me a favor and like it and subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching. Oh, and stick around if you want to hear my reaction to the first time I tried this thing. Just before taking a seat, for some reason I was hearing Jethro Tull's Bungle in the Jungle in my head. I'd play it for you, but I can't afford the licensing fees. Again, low production value, and I don't get compensated for doing this review. Anyway, enjoy. Thanks again. All right, here we go. Oh my, that's cold. Wasn't expecting that. Wow, I'm a brand new man. We're shut down.